Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Well, I'm here just with a bunch of little things, but primarily to show you something that I like to do with the envelopes. But before we get started, I have a few things I wanted to show you. One is just what I finished up from our time yesterday. So here is one of the 3-pocket. Let's see if I can find something. We'll put it in there. One of these. How about one of these? I did some fussy cutting today. So these are, so you would adhere this to, just 3 sides to a page. And then you can tuck something in here, in this one, and then let's grab another one. And in this one. So you have 3 different pockets. So it's really fun to do. So I did make another one after we got done. And here are the 2. And then the little folios, which I absolutely love. And then, you can tuck stuff in there. Super fun. And then you can wrap it around a page, or you can just connect it to a page with, like, this is one of those rusty paper clips that we made a while back. That looks pretty fun with this, I think. So I just thought I would show you those. Got those finished yesterday. All right. I'll set those aside. Let's see. Oh, I just cleaned off my desk, and I don't know about any of you, but sometimes I get the Fabri-Tac on here, and it is kind of hard to get off. This stuff literally just melts it right away. I just spray this on, and this is a little bit dirty because I just cleaned, and I just use my, what is this? Fiber, whatever sheet, and it takes it right off. Now, I don't know. This is just like I don't know, Formica or something. I don't know what it is, but I think it would work the same on glass. Now, if it is something that is soft, like if it's a cutting mat or something like that, you may want to test glass. All of that. You may want to test it first, but I just wanted to show you. I had it in here cleaning, and this stuff gets that right off, like right away. No scrubbing hardly. I don't scrub. If it doesn't come off in the first, sweep through, then I spray and let it sit for a second, and then she's ready to go. Okay, so real quick, I cut my hand, so you'll see this Band-Aid. Also, I pulled up my spring and summer flowers from out front and cut back, some of the stalks of the mallow that we had. And I had gloves on, like the heavy duty leather garden gloves, but somehow I still got, I don't know if you can see how purple that is, but I still got the thistle. I don't know what happened, but so I have that. And then I'll tell you how I did this in a minute, but what's funny is my cut is right here. It's about a little over an inch long, but now this is really weird. It feels like it's right here. This is where I feel like, oh, it's been cut, and it'll itch or whatever. I don't feel anything here. I feel it here. It's really weird. But how I did this was, you may remember back close to Easter, I did a project for Cheryl's Crafts, and one of the things I did was I painted, this one's been beat to all heck here, but I painted some cans and did some fussy cuts and put them on. And so I kind of wanted to do the same thing for fall and use some of the Junk Journal Studios kit, because I just thought they'd look so pretty with some fall flowers in them, So anyway, so I had a bunch of cans because we had chili yesterday. And so I had a bunch of cans, and I keep this in here. I hope this doesn't make too much noise. Let me put it back. There we go. So I had a bunch of cans and I was washing them out. Well, the ones that I use the can opener on, our can opener like goes beyond the lip and it cuts it really nice so there's no rough edges. But I had also cleaned out some of those that you pull the little tab and snap off. And even though that lid is now recessed, I didn't realize that it was sharp. So I'm cleaning it and I just cut in about, well, one's just about an inch and then two other cuts. But it was a little bit of a stinker yesterday, I can tell you that much. I couldn't do anything for doctoring this thing up. But today it's behaving. It's just not very pretty to look at, so I have it covered up. Okay. I have a lot to talk about today, but what I wanted to show you is, you may remember me talking about how I've just wanted to open an Etsy store, but I haven't. I don't feel prepared, just in the sense that I really just don't think that I'm ready and understand the whole shipping situation. And just in what I have done, man, does it take a lot of time to put one item on. But anyways, in preparation, I have a ton of things to put on, and I've packaged all of them. Well, about a year ago, I packaged a bunch of vintage fabric in 2 different sizes. This is one of the sizes. And what I did was I just took a regular, the envelopes that we save. All of us are saving these envelopes. And I just ran it through my printer and printed on it. And so I thought I would kind of show this to you. And then on the back of this one, I just used a bunch of stamps. But I want to show you even a better way. And then what I did was, so you see here, this is this envelope here. What I did was I turned this under and I cut away this part here and made it like a coin envelope, okay? And that's what I packaged all of these different packages of vintage fabric in. And I have some smaller ones. I did a very similar process as well. So anyways, I thought I would kind of show you that. This is kind of a practice sheet. I used this envelope that I had written a due date on. This was like, this has been in my stash at least a year because we pay everything online now. I mean, auto. So I think this must have been at least maybe even a couple of years. But I used to write, whenever I would get a bill, I used to write, when is it due and how much is it? So this looks like it was probably like a utility bill or something. But I wanted to give it a try, and I realized that it's a little bit tricky if whatever you're printing has a direction to it. Because if I'm going to use this again as an envelope, you can see it's now upside down. But I mean, this was a good practice because I wasn't going to use it because I had written on it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tear this off. If that part will let me tear, because it's got the cellophane behind it. I'll have to cut that part. And oh gosh, dropped my scissors. Okay, here's another pair. Now, it would be cute like this even, but again, it's upside down. So what I'll do is I will probably use it as a hinge in, and hinge it into a page, or I will cut this down and use this as, like a wraparound like that or something. Which definitely will be saved. So this will probably not be saved. Probably not be saved. I can think of things to use it for, but I can't save everything. All right, but I wanted to show you a couple, and then I think what I'm going to do is run and print one because there's another thing I want to show you. Okay, so I took the Junk Journal Studio, the fall kit, and I took the coordinating. And so here you can see is one of the envelopes, and it's in that basket weave. And so basically what I do is, so here's an envelope. Now, when I get the envelope, this is how I open them. So this was one that came to us, was probably from an insurance company or something. And when I get it, I take ever so slightly a bit off of there. You can also trim it up. Normally I do before I use it. I'll come in here and I'll just barely sneak it over the edge. Trim a little teensy tiny off. See, like that. And then what I'm going to do for this project is I'm going to go ahead and open it. So I'm going to take a teensy off of this too. And one thing that I have noticed is because well, I'm going to leave that out. Because the envelope is usually bigger than an 8.5 by 11, you know, so that you can get the information inside, the letter inside, you may have a little bit of white left over on when you put this through, so you could just trim that off. So anyways, for this project, this one was sealed when we got it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to barely, I'll have to do it. I'm going to just do it by hand instead of getting my big cutter out. But I'm just going to barely take that top off. Barely take it off. Like that. I don't even know if you can see how little that is. Barely. Okay. And then I'm going to open it up like this. Now, I mean, I can't be responsible for your printer, obviously, but what I would recommend is that you, you know, just take every precaution, because it could jam. I have not had that experience yet, but it could jam. And what I do is I put it in my printer like this, either with the for my printer, it's face up, and I either put the cellophane down or up like this. Now, I have not had any trouble with the cellophane going first, but it would kind of make sense for the feeders to grab it, you know, maybe by this. So this is how I'll put it in, and I'm going to show that. I'm going to go do one here in a minute, but I wanted to show you these. And then it comes out looking like this. Okay, there's one. This one actually still had this on it. So I may need to do something else with that. See, because I put it in this way, I tucked that under and then just fed it in. So we'll decorate that or stamp it or something. Okay, so that's fun. There's another one. This one, I just cut open like I did this one. Now, this one I wanted to tell you about. Okay, so what happens is it's going to print on even this, okay? And you know how sometimes when you get your paper out and it's very cool because it's almost not dry yet? Well, it's not going to dry on here. I don't know if it ever will dry on there. I think I left mine out one time overnight to see if it dried, and it didn't. So what I normally do is I'll take, you know, like a little tissue or something, and I'll just go around the border, and then I'll scrape it out like that, okay? All right, but what I decided to do on this one is to leave it. I don't know if you can see it. Just has barely, when you're right here in person, you can see it's very, very pretty, but it's super faint. I don't think you can see it. But what I did was, while that was on there, I turned it over and I pressed it on here, and I just ran my finger across to get it off onto this paper, because I thought, why waste the ink? I did this, got it off, and then I did it another time. I don't know if you can even see that one. Very faint. But this one is really antique-y looking, and I love the way it turned out. These are just extras that I printed while I was in there. printing away. Okay, so then what I thought I would do is I'm going to go print another one, and before I clean it off, I'm going to bring it out here and I'm going to show it to you. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here it is, fresh off the printer. And I don't know if you can see it. It's very, very wet. So I'm going to just turn it over here. Press it down. And it looks like it turns a different color. I don't know if it's something on the cellophane that makes it that way, you know. Okay. That's pretty cool. Now let's see. Maybe I'll just go over this one. What would happen if I did this? But I really want to get around the seams here because I don't want it to get on me and then it get all on everything else. So let's go around that real quick. There. And then this has just a very, very faint image. Very faint. Let me see if it'll come off. Nope. It doesn't come off. But look at the difference in the color. Isn't that funny? This one's more purple and this one's more orange. Anyways, and then this is where I was talking about how when it's just a little bit bigger, then you could definitely do this with your you know, your paper cutter, but I'm just going to do it like this. It's just a little bit bigger than what the printer prints. Oopsie. I love doing this because I think it just really helps. Especially, have you ever tried to kind of work around that window and you get glue everywhere and all that? I mean, I still do that. Now, if you wanted, what I have done in the past is, like for instance, this one isn't, it's really a neat color, but it's not, you can't really tell what the print is. So I'm going to grab, a second. You know, I keep these alcohol pads here to clean glue off my scissors and such. So try not to shake you too bad. So I'm going to grab one and just, I think this works if I remember right. It's been a while since I've made these. Yeah. Just go across around that. And then I'll take this, see if that helps. When it's really wet, just a tissue or a paper towel will work. But since we blotted it off to where it's almost dry, I think it needed just a little bit of help. So that was good. All right. So there's another one. Super pretty. Maybe I will get this thing out and just trim that up nice and neat. So I hope everybody is having a really good day. I hope the weather is good where you're at. It's been a very mild day today. My mom did get her air conditioner fixed, so that's good. And then today's a mild day, but still, it's good to know that's fixed. Definitely gave her peace of mind. So that's cool. And tomorrow it's supposed to rain, which I'm excited about because I don't know, I just feel like I need a rainy day. This one, for some reason, my cutter, I don't know. I think for Christmas I need to ask for a new blade. And had some friends over for dinner last night, which was super fun. A young couple that goes to our church. It was really fun to have them over and kind of get to know them, you know, more and better. And since I had cut my hand, so that morning I had made, those are all good. That morning I had made chili. Well, you know how simple that is if you're going to crock pot it. Well, for me, it's simple. You just dump a bunch of cans in and your ground beef, excuse me, or ground chuck or whatever you're using. And then you just put it all in the crock pot and go to town. Well, that was the plan. And then right after that, I was going to make that delicious coffee cake. I always think that chili and cinnamon go well together, so I was going to make that cinnamon coffee cake. If you haven't tried it, you have to go to the playlist in the kitchen and try that coffee cake. It is absolutely delicious. Excuse me just for a second. Okay, thank you. All right, let's decorate while we chit chat. So anyway, so I text my friend Abby and I said, hey, would you want to come over early? Because see, her and her husband were going to drive separate because he had a meeting and he was going to come straight from the meeting. And so she was going to drive separate. So I said, if you're going to drive separate, would you want to come over a little early and help me in the kitchen? So she came over and she made the dessert. It was delish. And we just had such a great time. We just had such a great time. We're just so thankful for them to have friends. Okay, what are we gonna do? They're so fun. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I just feel like I want to just decorate for now. Okay, let me get a page. I'm a little organized and a little not organized. Sorry about that. One sec. Okay, I don't know. This is just like tracing paper, I think, but the other ones were ripped. I was in the wrong pile, so I just want to fold this and just kind of see kind of what I would like to do. Okay, so let's say this is our page. This may still be a little bit tall. All right, I'm falling off my seat here. Okay, I hope I don't shake you getting on this bar stool. All right, let's see. Okay, so it's a little over 9. This one's a little over 9. So I could either cut it down or let's see if we did it like this. Could decorate that fun. That still needs to come down like that. Okay, how about, was thinking about turning it up. We could do that. We could turn it up and we would turn it on. I think I would turn it on this side because this side has the seam from the flap. So we could turn it up, but then you wouldn't be able to get it around. Let's see what to do. I think we're going to have to cut it off anyways. I think we are. But we'll still save it to make that pocket. We'll do that. How about that? And actually, let me see what the other ones are. And I think I'm going to take this down quite a little bit then. Just make it kind of a nice little thing to put maybe a label or something Let's see how tall, if these are all that tall. See which one I like. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that to this one too. Take a little bit off. The windows are different, but the length was about the same. I didn't measure, obviously. So we could what could we do? Make that into a pocket. I think I'll just do it that way. I think I'm just going to cut it. We'll use this other piece if we find something fun to do with it. I am going to put a little thumb hole. Just a little one. A little all over the place. Not really knowing what I'm going to do. Isn't that the way it is, though? Okay. That's very rich, isn't it? Isn't that basket weave fun? I said before, I think it reminds me of Kathy's Outdoorsy fabric by Moda. Speaking of Kathy, I mentioned it in the previous video, but her Curated in Color line is going to be coming out. Oh my gosh, you guys. I think it comes out in April, she said. But keep an eye on your Etsy stores for pre-order. I'm not even kidding. It is so beautiful. Maybe we'll just put another one on here. Do we want to? No, I don't want to. But I might. We'll see. We'll see what we're going to do. Okay. But now this is going to, that can wrap around here. Or let's say it was wrapped around, so we can see it here. Wrap around here. Open it up. You're going to have this beautiful little picture behind there. It'll be super fun. Okay. I like that. And we'll do something with that. And we have this little piece. Those look good together, don't they? Yeah. Anyways, go over to Kathy's Instagram, Kathy Holden Instagram, and check out the video that she did. Oh my gosh. I mean, you're going to want every bit of it. So start saving your money now. You know, because it's gorgeous. And you don't have to sew to love it. It is so perfect for junk journaling. Can't even tell you. Just all the different ephemera that she has found, and she, you know, then kind of redesigns, I guess, or designs it, and then we all get to partake in the, ooh, how did I do that? Sorry about the reach. Glad I got my spray over here. Anyways, we get to partake in her amazing talent. So go over to her Instagram and watch that video. So beautiful. I cannot wait until it comes out. Oh, this is a little bit little bit wide. Might have to trim that down a little bit more. Joey's late tonight. They have a chess club at the university, and he is an exceptional chess player, and so he hangs out with the students and plays chess with them and kind of gives them some pointers here and there as needed, as wanted, I guess I should say. That's going to be really fun. What do I have? Oh, look how pretty that would be. Okay, so let's say you have this here. Okay, and then this is on the page, and it's part of whatever your beautifulness is. Or you could just attach it, whatever. You know, you could just attach this. Attach it all down and then just have a little pocket here. We should do that. Let's do that. We're not going to attach it to here, but I'll attach this to that. But let's make this a little bit of a little thing right here, just so we remember that's what we're doing. I have got to get these signatures in these journals. But here's my thought. Here's my thought as to why I haven't done that. Let me try to do that with those big old scissors. Typically, I will get the journal together and then I work on ephemera. And I never feel like I have enough time for the ephemera. So my thought was, why don't you... Sorry about the noise there. Why don't you just... What is happening with this glue? Why don't you just make a bunch of ephemera, like all the pros do, and then put your... I'm going to try this again, make it nice and crisp. And then put the signature together. Because see, once the signature's together, then I just start to panic. You got to get things done. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to put the signatures together, and then whatever's left, like if I think, oh, that needs one more pocket or what have you, then I will do that. Plus, another thing is, I have that retreat coming up this month. And let's say I don't get all my ephemera done. Well, if I do it the way that I'm talking to you about doing right now, it's going to work out great. But if I were to wait, then is that going to work? I think it is. Then when I get to the retreat, I'll be trying to do ephemera, and I'll be like, oh, all of that is still at home, and I forgot to bring this, or I forgot to bring that. Whereas if I'm just decorating, you know, I don't know. It's something in my own mind. I feel like for some reason, I feel like this is the way to go about it for me. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because then we'll start on Christmas. Okay, I'm trying not to get too close to that window because I just don't want it to, you know, I don't want it to smear into the window. Isn't that beautiful? Oops, I'm not. Beautiful. Okay, and then I will trim the rest of this off. Okay. Okay, let me trim that off real quick before we go any further. I will probably do this with some of Joey Card Maker's Christmas kit too, because I like to have some envelopes there too. Close. I keep getting closer. Ah. Stink. Little stinker. Where's that paper at? Definitely going to know where to put where the thumb hole is, aren't we? Okay. Now that we have this in place, I'm going to go around it. Oopsie. Yikes. I'm going to go around it with the art glitter glue and make sure it's down nice. Do it on this. Oh, hope I didn't get too close. Okay. All right. I want to make sure this is down good because I don't want whatever we put in that pocket to get jammed up, you know. I could cut it off, but knowing me, it'd probably go right into the window, and then what a disaster, and you know, all that business. Okay. All right, so now just to get my bearings, here's what we're doing. Here's my paper, my page. Got this pocket here. Yeah, okay. Okay, bear with me just for a second. Okay, we have this pocket here. Let's put something in it just so you have an idea. I did some fussy cutting, can you tell? Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Wowza. Look at that. Beautiful. It's made for it. Okay, so that would, let's just say that's going to go there. Then I'm going to turn the page. Now this is going to be glued down. So this could be a pocket back here. And then I'm going to glue it right here and right here. And then that will be a pocket. And there were some tall, skinny tags too. In the kit. Oh, this was one of the freebies. So the pockets for that are these. Well, guess what? I could trim that down, take the pocket part off, because I can always print it again from my mushroom. And isn't that going to be pretty in there? Can make one out of that. Okay. All right. So that's one idea. I'm going to use that as kind of a wraparound. Okay. Set that over here. And then I cut this one off as well to do that. Another idea I was thinking is folding it up. And I don't want to tear that off. It will mess up the print. And then just using the inside as is. You know, decorate it if you want, but, you know, not worrying about like covering it. I think it looks pretty cool. And they're all different inside, you know. Usually they're blue or black. So do that. Okay, so let's get a thumb hole here. It popped right up on me. might, got an idea. This is one of those other freebies. It's pretty cool, huh? Let's see if this is big enough. Yeah. All right, let's cut that one in half. I'm so intense. I'm like, yes, let's do it. Okay, and I'm just gonna go around the edges. Maybe you'll see it a little bit better with that black. I don't know. We'll see. This is my thought. Was to just glue it right there. Oh, but this one's going to be much lower. So then let's make that one lower. That's my thought. Kind of give it a little break against that black. What else could we do? I just don't want to decorate it just yet. I want to kind of figure out what I'm doing, you know, where it's going to go. But I do know that I want to knock back some of this white stripe stuff. I need to do some more coffee dyeing. I'm trying to get ready for the next workshop, and I decided that this time I'd like to, I did some prints, or not prints, I did coffee dye, but this time I'm going to do some prints that are not copywritten, and I thought, well, it'll be nice to do those on coffee dye, I think. So I need to get busy on that. Okay, let's... Oh my gosh, I used this like it was a glue page. It's not a glue page. Oh, brother. Oh, boy. It's not a glue page. It's a really fun page. Maybe it'll go in this next signature, and I can cover that up just a little bit. I'm going to go right up to the edge because I want as much of this doily showing as possible. Okay. So with this design team, with the Junk Journal Studios, I committed to doing one project a month. And I think that's going to be impossible to stay to one project. I mean, I can do as many as I want, but I'm just loving all of the prints. And so you're going to see a lot of, you know, a lot of things with it. And they're not all going to be like supersonic, anything new to you or anything. And this might not be new to you. This is just a way that I like to do these envelopes sometimes. I haven't done it in a long time. I should have shared it earlier, but anyways, yeah, so I'll probably put this as a Junk Journal Studio project because I'm just enjoying using the kits so much. And you guys, seriously, if you have not gone to the Junk Journal Studio fan Facebook page and gotten all your freebies, I mean, I can't even tell you how many freebies there are. Well, you know, Michelle is generous in her kits anyways. I mean, they're jumbo, they're gigantic. So you can only imagine how generous she is with her freebies. I mean, just unbelievable. Like these were freebies. All of these were freebies. They're gorgeous. Tons of freebies, all kinds. Yeah. Okay, I love that. I like that a lot. I might do a slight V there. We'll see how it goes when I get it in it. And you could also put it in the signature, you know. Isn't it pretty? Let's see what it looks like. It's my signature. I open it up. I see this. Open it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Close. Can you imagine making a little journal like this? Wouldn't that be a lot of fun? Had a bunch of these. And you could use one with a flap to close it all up. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Well, anyways, I hope that this gave you some things to think about, ways to do things, and how to use your envelopes, and how to use some of the digitals. And super glad that you guys hung out with me today. I'm really thankful for all of you, and thank you for our new subscribers. You know, we're growing, and I love it because I love this community. Not just the community of crafters, but the community of kind people, very sweet people, prayerful people. People are always saying something about praying. And yeah, we're just so grateful to have you a part of our lives. And we hope that you enjoy the videos. Yeah, and enjoy being a part of our lives. So with that, I just want you to know we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. Have a really great day, everybody. And if you make these, put some pictures on our Facebook page, Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. And I'd love to see what you make. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.